coming up Yo, hey guys, sorry I'm late. Just got home from a trip. Alright, let me just drink my Lapsang Souchong. That's smoky black tea imported from Canada at Merch. It's really cheap, actually. They ship through DHL. Here's a package if anyone is interested. It's really good. Alright, let me just quickly check the camera. Oof, got a little bit of a stubble right now. I guess puberty finally set in. Dang, I'm getting old. Anyway, gotta shower quick and then I'll be with you guys soon. Alright.
I think I was muted. All right, I think we're good now. Hello, everyone. Here's today's stream schedule. It's actually kind of a more normal stream where I'm actually folding. I'm trying to finish up a project that you might have heard me talk about, like a month ago before I went to the origami convention, all that stuff. So we're going to be folding a lot today, and it's for the exact same thing. So in theory, I can work on them all at the same time. We're going to see how it pans out, but I'll be answering questions. And then while I'm folding, you get to see some like shaping stuff. I don't know, but should be lit. But as always, we are going to start with a little origami review. How's it going? What's up, Jared? Doing good. Need to try the Lapsang Souchong. Oh yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's really good. Spot, hello. Just got off another live stream. Well, welcome in. Sunena, welcome to the channel. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Glad you're here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Yo, what's up, Mark? Hello. How's it going? We made it. All right. Sweet. Yeah, sorry for the little delay. But let's see. Hopefully this works. Okay, that's Ori-edit. That is good. That is the crease pattern we're working with today. And then I believe if I do this, we should get Discord. Here we go. All right. So it's been like quite a while. So I think it is a good time to look at Starboard and maybe Hall of Fame, kind of see what we missed. I think the last like full live stream where I reviewed stuff, we just did the members content. But yeah, I've been traveling a whole bunch. So I think I'll actually be gone next Friday as well. So I might try to do like a Thursday stream. And then after like October, or maybe even the rest of September, except for one weekend, we'll have the regular Friday streams. But yeah, one more trip in September I'll be missing a live stream for. And then, well, it's actually for TwitchCon, which is funny. So, who knows? Maybe I'll stream at TwitchCon. I don't think I'll be able to. I think everyone's going to be trying to do streams there, and my cellular network will not be able to handle it. Toaster Shirt says, hey, I want to keep working with your amazing crease pattern models, and I did Sword and Shield multiple times. Any suggestions on what I should do next skill-wise? Love your vision. Oh, thank you. And great job doing that Sword and Shield. That's if you can fold that one, you can start doing a lot more. Maybe you can try the plain face or the fake head empty, right? So this is you can take a quick screenshot of this. Let me get the grid on for you. I think it's like that. 18 grid. We'll be folding it today if you need reference, but pretty straightforward. Just now I recommend just working on shaping. And then from there, try a harder crease pattern. Maybe one of the recent ones off my website. That'd be good. Something around like 32 to 36 grid. And then, yeah, maybe keep going from there. But okay, let's check out triple watching stream. Yo, Demjin, you're the goat, man. I see you there. Yoni, since when are you famous? I'm not quite famous. I've just been around a while, right? But what's up, Yoni? Good to see you, man. I see you found my TikTok. My TikTok's probably my biggest platform. But my main platform is YouTube. Hello. Sloppy Bobby. That's my cricket. Oh, that is your Cricut. Okay, so let's check this out. We got some cool things to see. I have no idea what the last thing to check out was, but let's check out Bobby's Cricut. So this is the armored Cricut designed by MK Meng Hyung Kyu. And this, I think, Bobby, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the one in potential origami. That or it's full different crease pattern. But this is really cool. You know, when I was in Arizona, we which I don't know when I was. I'm not there now. I still partly live there. But there's crickets. They're not this type of armored crickets, but they sure feel like they have armor. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of them. Really cool. They're fascinating insects, and like it's enough armor where if you accidentally step on one, you won't hurt it. Like those things are tanky, man. And the tankiness is actually kind of scary because they'll like run at you afterwards. But this is really nicely folded. I love the legs. Really fearsome. I see like the mandibles, all the small details looking real good. Looking real good. Crease pattern, please. Yes. Hello there. Hope you had fun traveling. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be happy to like have a small break though, because while traveling is super fun and I've been able to meet tons of people, it's hard to keep making content while I'm traveling. So, you know, my last YouTube reel, Instagram reel, whatever, actually did really well. And that was like an emergency type thing I wanted to try. That was easy to make because it was 1 second long. And that one did really good. So that's held me through, but I need to keep pumping out content. And finish editing like the convention vlog, which it's in progress. I'm spending a lot of my weekend this weekend to finish it. And then starting the Square Twist Samurai tutorial. So that's super exciting. Also, speaking of the convention, tomorrow, which like in 14 hours, in 14-ish hours, there is something really big being posted on Instagram. MK always has really cool. Yeah, that's so true. What's up, Tay? Hello. Boys, when's this SCS tutorial? Yeah, so the SCS tutorial, it's gonna. I need to prepare for TwitchCon, which is September 20th. After September 20th, I can commit my time to the Square Twist Samurai tutorial, and at least the first part of the tutorial will probably come out maybe within a week or two after that, if I'm able to start. Kai says I've made Ancient Dragon. Awesome, congrats. That's a good like benchmark model. That's very complex. But yeah, the Square Twist Samurai. So right now I'm still working on like getting what sequence I want to teach the Square Twist Samurai, and then to actually like film it and stuff. I'm waiting for September. Because I need to finish like maybe 1 or 2 models before then. One of them is what we're working on today, which is 4, I guess. Actually, I only have 3 of the papers like grid prepped. So the other one, we might speed run the grid, but I don't really want to grid at the beginning of the stream. So for now, we'll be doing 3 folds at once. But okay, let's keep checking this out. We'll go through Starboard just a little bit. Afars has been killing it, by the way. Really awesome. If you guys watched Sunday's stream, that was the speed battle. That was super exciting. Oh, wait. Was Fars there? Maybe Fars isn't there. I can't remember. Was Fars in the speed battle? My mind is glitching me out. But Fars has been in the death battle at least. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. And absolutely killing it with some cool models. Here we have, wow, an amorphous face. That's pretty cool. Some more 2D stuff. Sigma, literally. I know nowadays with our brain rot, Sigma is something a little bit different, but that's the ancient Sigma, the OG Sigma. This simple origami is also killing it with the flat fold 2D stuff. Absolutely insane. Burned has this lizard by Chris Henyon. Really nicely shaped. Look at the eye. That's super cool. Boys, am I doing OWM? Oh, I am doing OWM5. I'm doing that too. I don't know if I'm going to stream. I think my stream time would be before OW. M? Maybe not. That's a good question, Jared. And then later in September, I'm also doing a talk with CFC, I think. I don't know where that's going to be public or published. There's a lot going on, guys. Basically, September, I've been grinding from like March till September with like maybe 1 week between weeks where I'm either traveling or presenting something or doing an event. It's been crazy. But once October hits, right, you get those tutorials. Square Twist Samurai tutorial, we'll get that out as quickly as possible, but like thorough. Probably if I have time, we'll get this Sword and Shield tutorial out. We'll see. Because the next like super large project I want to do is actually for Monster Hunters, the new game, but that comes out in 2025, so we have some time. A little strategy. I'll I'm just kind of yapping at this point, but I'm going to TwitchCon basically to network, and it's going to be with some of the Honkai Star Rail creators that I've already done some stuff with, meet in person, maybe build a bigger connection. So who knows if you'll see more of that. They've also been like playing other games, so who knows, we'll see. But the Monster Hunter Wilds game, as you know, I'm a big fan of Monster Hunters. That's where all these dragons and armors are inspired from. They're showing their new game at TwitchCon, which I think means their marketing team is there. So I'm going to try to like see if I can work something out. I don't really need like a full sponsorship, you know, but if I can be like a Monster Hunter or Capcom partnered creator for a video, that'd be super cool. You know what I'm saying? That'd be super. It'd get, you know, Origami out there, whether it's like they repost the video or I make a video for their channel or something like that. We'll see. I folded 4 fake empties. Nice. I'm about to fold 7. I've got 3 down. We got 4 to go. Well, what's up, Selena? I hope you enjoyed that design. It's honestly like a pretty cool design, I think. Love the speed battle. Thank you. That was a really cool event. I think we're gonna plan to do more of those. I don't know when. But yeah, and I think like that might replace the 5-hour design live stream. Because one, we were able to do a whole tournament in 3 hours. The 5 hours is like a little too long, you know what I mean? But I think it was really entertaining. That was also like a little bit last minute too. So for the next one, we'll make it better. And then hopefully all of you who saw it, right? If you're working on your speed design skills, maybe you could participate and join too. Here's for the design contest. This is a shark mech. I like that. This is super cool. I think like shark plus things is always fun. That's a neat shark mech. Great design. Really cool. Okay, here is from Death Battle. Okay, so we reviewed this. We did a whole video on the Death Battle, so we'll skip some of this. I think I'm just going to jump to Hall of Fame, which Hall of Fame was a little bit messy. Last time people were kind of memeing, so let me see if there is a... Okay, here's a good one. Guyver. This is a Shuki Kato. I can't remember. Is this Neon Genesis Evangelion? I'm gonna sound like a really unlearned if I'm not sure, but very cool. We've done some mechs. That's like a OG mechs. Shuki Kato ahead of his time for sure. Okay, this one I don't think I featured this. This I really liked. This is I think I posted this here. So Tio Kusa on Twitter made a boa constrictor digesting an elephant, and I thought this was one of the most like creative designs. I think for one, it's based off of 15 degree, so it's not even 22 and a half, right? We're already like super trendy with using 15 degree design method, and then it's a boa constrictor that swallowed an elephant, so it's like this super chonky snake, and then when you shine the light through it, you see the elephant with the folds underneath. Isn't that crazy? Boys, what is this stream actually on? It's on YouTube. So sorry if I answered that late. If you chat on YouTube, I'll respond to your questions like way more often. It's a little bit easier for me to read on YouTube than TikTok, but going to TwitchCon. My Twitch account, it's a little small, but at least I'm affiliate. It used to be bigger in retrospect to what Twitch was, but that's okay. Guyver is from the Guyver anime. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Mark. It's from the Guyver anime series. Jared, are you going to meet Obelisk? I don't think Obelisk is going to TwitchCon. I'd love to meet Obelisk. That'd be cool. But this is the American TwitchCon. I think, Jared, what you might be thinking of is like the Genshin event, which is in China, I think. But I'd love to meet Obelisk. That'd be amazing. That'd be cool if I could do official work for Monster. Yeah, I know. That'd be super cool. Oh, yep. You gotta leave. Thank you, Selena. Thank you for tuning in, even if it was just a little bit. Always good seeing you. That's mind bending. Yeah, I know. It's so cool, man. Like, I don't know how one would even think to design this. It's like cool. It's like a snake eating something, but in particular an elephant, and you have to like plan that out into structure. Really, really neat. Plus, you're playing with light, so it's not even you're folding some sort of model where you have flaps and everything. You're using the light and shadow, which is pretty crazy. Spending a lot of my weekend on this weekend origami with my boys. Is that what I said? My bad. I spending a lot of my weekend this weekend. Crazy English. But yeah, so a lot of I can't talk. You're so right. A lot of my weekend will be spent editing the convention vlog. And by the way, if anyone's out there who is interested in editing videos for me, if you've like done edits on your own, maybe for fun, or even like you at least have an editing software and want to practice editing more, I'm looking to hire some editors to chop down some of these live streams. So, hey, hit me up later in the DMs. I think for me to legally pay you, you have to be a certain age or at least get your parents' approval. But we can figure that stuff out. So if you're interested, let me know later. And yes, I will pay for each video. It won't be a whole lot, right? It's not like a super competitive pay, but we're going to start somewhere and then who knows. But yeah, let me know. Let's keep going on. I think we'll stop there for the review. And get to folding, because I've been stalling, not really stalling, I've been like yapping for quite a bit. So let's get this down and so we can see what we're working on. So this is the crease pattern for the fake head empty. And there's not really a tutorial for this, but I did a fold along before as a live stream. So, and it was like 75% a tutorial. So if you want to fold one of these too, you can either go with me during the stream, or you can watch the, which basically means you fold the crease pattern, or you can go back to the other live streams later and fold it as well. But yeah, let me show you what I have cooking. We're going to switch over to our camera. So I need to, is he on? Nope. Okay. Got the camera going. Here we are. Ooh, it's not there. There it is. All right. Cool. So I teased 4 things at the same time, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're all at different stages of the model. Like this one is ready to shape. This one is pretty much ready to collapse. This one is ready to, well, not really ready, but almost ready to pre-crease. And then this one has nothing. So for now, we're going to put this guy away a little bit. I think I'll just fold it in half. Because before the stream started, I was going to try to fold it at least into ninths. But obviously, I did not get there in time. Before this, I was working, and then I was teaching a private lesson which again, maybe I'll advertise that too. If you're interested in really, really getting good at origami, at least to the level that I am at, because that's probably all I can teach, let me know. Currently I have a few students, and it's like I don't really take everyone, but if I see or notice someone who really wants to learn some advanced stuff, because I won't do private tutoring on beginner concepts, but if you really want to level up, we can also talk. But yeah, so I started doing private lessons. I've been doing them for almost a year now, and the two people I've been working with, again pretty good, and they're both young, so it's like young talent, you know, above the curve. It's pretty cool to see. Okay, sorry, I'll stop plugging. We're gonna leave that to the side. We're gonna work on this one on the side as I'm doing this, but I believe we can start shaping here at least, and then like pre-crease and collapse at the same time, and then while things are drying I can do the rest of this grid and pre-creasing. So I think that's the order we're gonna go in. It's kind of chaos, but that's part of the fun, right? Origami Kid Advanced, hello YouTube. Hey, hello. First time on the live. Thank you for joining in. Great to see you. And hey, if you're an origami YouTuber too, welcome. Yeah, we need more origami YouTubers. Let's go. Jared, I like number 4, the plain square. Your sister's in the hospital. Oh no. Okay. I hope your sister is okay, Semlina. You know, well wishes that everything's good, and hope she gets better soon. Mark says you can see the eye of the elephant. Yeah, I know. It's crazy to do the eye. It's wild. Felix says, boys, how's the progress in the SCS tutorial? I talked about that like 10 minutes ago. Short answer, it's coming in October, or after TwitchCon, after September 20th. Dungeon Boys has been grinding a lot. True. What am I trying to grab? Methyl cellulose. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have seen as well, but I taught a class at the convention with Matt Laboon, and he stored his methyl cellulose in a shampoo bottle, and I was like, that's genius. It's so easy to like pour just enough and not too much, and then it's sealed so it doesn't dry out. If you've been watching my stream for a while, you know I have it in like a cup with plastic on top. And that plastic, like, it doesn't really stick that well. So eventually my methyl cellulose will dry out. But now I've got an old shampoo bottle. And this should be pretty fun. All right, so we got that. And we have this. And this has like, this is a paintbrush that has like glue dried on it. So I think this is going to let me spread the methyl cellulose. It's like intentionally glued. So in theory, it's easier to apply MC. But with these, let me show what the others are. In case we have people here who don't know what this project is. This is a 7-part project. Video editing takes so long compared to the length of vid. It does, man. It's crazy. How to fold a box model in 4 steps. Does 60 centimeter kami exist? There's like fake kami. So I think Origami Shop sells extra large origami paper, but it's not the kami you think of. It's actually not very good. So I can't recommend it to you. It's large, and if you fold very carefully, you can do stuff with it, but I do not recommend it. There's 35 centimeter kami that is good. I would say the 35 centimeter one is the largest you want to go with that, because it's still kind of thinner. And I just realized on TikTok the chat is like approaching. Okay, we're gonna put it down there. All right. But yeah, so Toyo, the brand, they have good 35 centimeter kami. I recommend them. I don't recommend many others. A lot of others are Toyo, but like price, like they buy Toyo, they repackage it, and they sell it for higher, or they're just not cut square. The Toyo ones, this is a Japanese brand. It's the kami I love to use and test fold with. It's great. Jared, I use an olive oil jar for my main batch MC. Have an old sriracha bottle for direct. Oh man, sriracha bottle is also genius. All right, if I finish my next bottle of sriracha, I'm gonna wash it out. MC on shampoo bottles. I'd buy it. True. Can I make an origami jet? Airplanes aren't really my specialty, so like I could, but I probably won't. Boys, when did it start? It started 30 minutes ago. Jared exposing. Okay, I won't say it on stream, but if you would chat, I respect it. I understand, man. Paper game's hard. You gotta do what you gotta do. And my mic just fell off. So 1 second. Let me hold on. I'm gonna mute this so you guys' ears are safe. Okay, I think we're back. All right, we're back. I was gonna show you the others parts of this project. So these are the fake head empties. In India, I can't find proper big origami paper. So, hey Mark, can you drop the skill issue link, the OBP design / skill issue link into chat? That will provide methylcellulose and tissue paper in India, and you can learn to make your own double tissue, and that you can make as big as you want, following my tutorials on how to make big origami paper. It's going to take some practice, but there's a ton of Indian folders that do it, so you can do it too. You know, just take some practice, but that'll be your resource. Give me a sec. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Mark is the GOAT. Shout out to Mark. Okay, so this project is actually it's a collaboration with me and my friend Aspen. And you guys might not know who Aspen is because he does a very different hobby than probably most of you, and he does flips and tricks. And you might see some of my videos and know I can do flips as well, but he's like way better than me at these types of stuff. So what I've got here is I'm working on the sequence of a backflip with origami, and I'm going to display it so that you can see like the full kind of process of a backflip. It should be pretty cool, and I'm using his backflip as a reference because he has a really like elongated backflip. It's actually pretty ridiculous. Like I can backflip too, but I can't. It's not as pretty as his. So let me see. I have my reference photo. Okay, so here is his backflip from his Instagram. Like, do you see that? Like, look how it does concrete. He's doing on different surfaces. Like, look how high. He's basically backflipping over a person. Right? Isn't that crazy? I can't backflip that high. That's crazy. But I've got the stages of his backflip. And so we're going to turn these into origami with the fake head empties. So I've done 3. I have like the first one, which is like this. And then here's the second one. And then, so this is going to be the third. So actually in the air. And then this one will be like the end, the 7th. And that way, like if I do it in a loop, it kind of makes sense. Not entirely, but that's like the finish. Because he finishes landing like straight up. So this is the one we're going to start shaping. And then the other one we're collapsing is going to be the next frame. But that's our reference. What paper does Chen Zhao use for his origami models? So he uses that like 50 centimeters 60 centimeter kami that isn't very good. Obelisk is just built different, and he's just better at folding with it than anyone else. So I gotta tell you, no matter what you do, you cannot fold it as good as he can with that paper. 90% chance it's gonna rip. Trust me, I've used that paper. I have no idea how he does it. It's absolutely insane, the level of like care you have to use. And I'm pretty careful with paper. Like I'd say I've won second place at an international competition, right? And like I ripped the paper. So I don't know how he does it. I don't recommend you to buy that paper. Origami Shop, it's way too expensive. So like save your money. Don't worry about that paper. Just make double tissue or something else. You'll get a better result than trying to use that paper. Is the origami human? Boy, do you think I can do it? This one, I think so. Again, there's like a half tutorial for it on my live stream. Not a full tutorial, but if you can't do this one, try my basic human tutorial. That's a full tutorial. And it's a little similar. At least if you can do that one, then you should be able to do this one. Shaping will just be up to you. Is 6-inch origami paper good? It's small. I use it all the time though. What's a good intermediate? What is one of your intermediate models? I don't have too many. I would say this is an intermediate model. Okay, so let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna first, pour some methyl cellulose, and then like this pose is honestly kind of weird to do. So we're gonna have to like take a look at this a little bit, and then go from there. But got some methyl cellulose. And I just made more methyl cellulose too. So this is actually almost out because I had to use it to treat all of this paper, but at least for now, should be good enough. I think what's safe is I did kind of dry shape the knees a little bit. I can't remember if I methyl cellulose them first. I might have. No, I think I did it dry and then I methyl cellulose and then I finished the rest of the knee. What I can do here though is because we don't have much to do with the back on this one. We should be able to just solidify the spine with methyl cellulose and go from there. So like for some of the other ones I did earlier, like this one, the back was a lot more, active because you have to throw your chest to do a backflip. In this case, we're tucking, so we don't need that as much. So let me grab some stuff. I bought some new tweezers while I was on vacation. It's reverse tweezers. Isn't that cool? These ones are like, I don't think I need these. These are super tiny. But these ones can hold this in place. I probably don't need to use these either. I just want to use it. But maybe it'll give me a little leverage here. I'm going to fold this in half so it's a little bit out of the way. And then, actually, okay, the first thing we can methyl cellulose is actually in here. And so this is going to stiffen the paper in this position we want and just make the rest of it a little bit more manageable so it's not super floppy. Now, the spine in general is like the fact that it's floppy can help you shape different poses. But in this case, we don't really have that complex of a pose because the pose is just our guy kind of curled up in a ball or curling into a ball. Gotta leave. Thanks for joining in, Kian. Thanks for tuning in. Worst thing to happen to paper is rips. Yeah, you don't want the paper to rip. It's super sad. I'm back because I'm back. I had to leave because I got an email. No problem, guys. No problem if you have to step out for a little bit. As long as you're here and having fun, I'm very thankful you guys are tuning in. The human that I did sitting on a box. Oh, that one. That one's not too hard either. That's probably an intermediate model as well. Again, you should fold the simple one first. That's the 16 grid. And then you can fold the one sitting on a box, which is right there. If you want to see it closer, let me know. I can show it on stream. Okay, I'm actually going to save these for something else. I'm going to use the regular clips to hold this one in place. All right. Oh, hey, it's a fish. Okay, so now what we can do, while this is here, I can quickly just block in the knees. Actually, do I even remember how to do these knees? Where's the reference? Here is the top of the knee. Like that. Okay, I think I remember how to do these. And then we can, while it's drying, we can work on the next one of this. Okay, so it's like that. This. Thankfully, these ones, like, these knees don't matter nearly as much because they're going to be at nearly a full bend. So I don't have to... the goal of like these ones to really have the kneecap kind of exposed. So that makes it like a little bit harder in terms of shaping. But for this one, we're full bending them, so we don't need it. I just want to at least block into structure. So it's like this. And then this is for the calf, that it goes up. Here. Okay, then we have the foot. So the toe I should at least block in. I think it's like 1.5, like this. Keen, I'm back. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. Hershey, once your paper rips, you're not folding from a square, you're folding from a pretty complex shape that no one could ever replicate. Hey, that's valid. That's valid. Maybe that's the challenge if you have rips, because that's like if you don't want to quit type thing. You know, you just use it as it is type mentality. Okay, so basic foot. We're probably going to change it later. Okay, now for the tricky part is in this section, it's actually like you curve this bend in like that. So I don't know if you see what I'm doing, but I'm adding like a little crimp in there so that when I fold the rest of the knee over, it kind of locks it in place as that sort of texture. And it wasn't the cleanest, but it's okay because we're going to change it when we fold the rest of the knee together. We do like an opposite kind of valley fold to keep the rest of it in. And that sits underneath the mountain fold. Like that. Type of thing. It's not nearly as nice as the other one, but we'll make do because we're going to be bending it at that joint as well. So like this. And like this. Yeah, actually, originally the entire point of this project was so that I could practice knees. And then it evolved into like this bigger collab that I did with my friend for his backflip. But hey, if you want to practice how to get better at shaping sort of stuff, you know, if you design a project around that weak point, then you can get better at it, right? So yeah, that's the kind of the goal of this project. And when I did the first 3, I could definitely tell I was getting better at knees. Now it's been some time. I'm a little bit rusty, but I think we'll get back into it shortly. But these might take a little bit more than one try to get correct. Okay, so he is in our reference, right? It's not only the knee, but it's like the hip is up as well. So the hip will be up here. And the knee will be here. And the hip is twisted out just slightly. So what I can do is on this portion, if these are kind of rounded, they can kind of act as the hips widening like this. And that should be enough. It's not that much that the hips are out, just a little bit. So aiming them that way will open our hips just slightly. And then these are pretty tucked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to methylcellulose on the inside of this leg. And that'll help keep it straight as I bend the rest of it. And then we can kind of shape the ankles from there and everything else. So let's at least get this one leg started. I'm just going to do one leg at a time, just in case I mess this one up. And then we'll work on the next model, I think. And I don't want to get too much of the methylcellulose on the outer layer, just because if the outer layer gets wet and warps, we're going to see that very easily. So just a little bit of methylcellulose on the inside layers will go a long way. Is the bunny girl intermediate? I think the bunny girl's like very low intermediate. Actually, let me think. Yeah, the bunny girl's intermediate, I'd say. Some people might think it's low intermediate. Some people might think it's upper intermediate. It kind of depends if you're a beginner folding an intermediate model or an intermediate folder folding an intermediate model. You'll either like find the tricky parts new because it's your first time doing it, in which case it'll be a little harder, or you'll know the tricky parts, and since you know how to do it, it seems way easier. It won't be hard at all. Difficulty in origami is very relative to experience. So a lot of times something is hard because you've just never done it before. But once you do it once and you know how to do it, then it's very easy. When whoever is recording video does the desk matter? Sometimes. If I'm filming a tutorial, I'll have the desk clean. If I'm doing a live stream, it doesn't matter that much. But I mean, you can see I'm doing all this in the air right now. So when I'm folding, a lot of times I'm not folding against the table. I'm just folding in the air. And that's a more advanced folding technique I've kind of trained myself to do because it lets me be a lot softer with shaping and folding in general. And I recommend it to people to be able to fold without a table, because you might not always have a table to fold on or a big enough table. But if you're able to use your fingers and stuff to give creases and not rely on a surface, it's pretty helpful, I gotta say. You know, I've worked on stuff on airplanes and cars, just in the open walking, and then you build like extra sense of dexterity for the paper because you have to, you know, get a little creative on how you hold the paper, and I think that it's a good skill to learn. Where can I buy bigger origami paper? Check out my website. I have a bunch listed there. That's obb.design. If you're on, since you're asking that from TikTok, I believe my website is in my bio. So go check that out. There's a resources page. There's a lot more than just paper listed there. And I wrote a blog on each paper. So I think you'll like that. Yo, what's up, Z? Awesome stuff. Thank you. Cool to see me folding still. Oh yeah, you'll see me folding until I like don't have arms, if that's ever a day. And if I don't have arms, I'll be folding with my feet. Yeah. I'll always be folding, basically. That was a really weird way to say I'll always be folding. Not what is on the desk print. You mean this thing? Like the surface? I don't know. I don't think it matters. This is just paper on top of my desk though. So if you got paper that you're folding, you can put paper on your desk as well. The thing with paper is like the mouse works on it better, right? I don't know if anyone used that trick in the old. whenever like at school you put a piece of printer paper down so you can use your mouse. That'd be crazy. Imagine folding origami with your feet. Boys, you should try it. That is crazy. That is crazy. Will I try it? Who knows? We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna put this guy down a little bit and head on over here. And okay, I've done the legs. I've not pre-creased the head. So let's do that. I think it's not much pre-creasing. Okay, we're gonna see how fast we can do this. Oh, what is that? Onyx, thank you for the follow. What's up? Glad you are here. Got any questions, let me know. But yeah, thank you for joining. Origami Kid says, okay, cool. On my desk has Spider-Man. I'm going to put paper over it next time. Gotcha. Nice. Hey, Spider-Man's lit, man. He's one of the coolest superheroes for sure. Spider-Man also does flips, right? So maybe I'm biased. Tom Holland, the Spider-Man actor, he can do some of the flips and twists that I can do. Not as many as I can do, but it's pretty cool. When I saw like he did like a stunt reel, I think when he was auditioning, and he did what we call a butterfly twist. I was like, yo, this guy. That's super cool. Like backflip, if you can just do a backflip, that's cool too. But like if you can do a butterfly twist, yo, butterfly twist is one of my favorite moves. Let me find I have a video of me doing a double butterfly twist. Yesterday I was practicing triple into a foam pit. I don't have a video of that though, but let me find a double butterfly twist. I think it's on my other Instagram. Just because, like, I know for a lot of you, butterfly twist doesn't mean anything, right? So, let me show you. Okay. Here's a double butterfly twist. There you go. I think there's another one I did in Boston. Here's another one. It's just a super like satisfying move. So that's like a single butterfly twist, but the double is. So yeah, I'm spinning twice in the air basically. Pretty cool, right? Is butterfly twist like a rhombus twist? I don't think so. Cart boy, hello, welcome in. Four things I want. Are you referring to the title? Hello. Because yeah, I'm working on 4 things all at the same time. Not like physically at the same time, but like they're on my table. And we're gonna be rotating between them depending on what phase they're in. So like right now I'm shaping one of them and he's drying. So while he's drying, I'm gonna be collapsing this, or finishing the pre-creasing, which is like almost done, and then collapsing. And then once these two are kind of in mid shaping, I'm gonna try to work on the next one, and the one after that. And they're all in progress basically. And I think I counted wrong. Okay, hold on, I messed up here. Yeah, okay, it needs to go one more. Yeah, I can do a walking handstand when I was little. Oh, no, hey, you should relearn how to do handstand. I think handstand is a very good skill for everyone to know, because if you have that strength in your wrists, you are far less likely to hurt yourself if you take a small fall in the future, and it can like save your life. I tried Kamiya's ancient dragon with printer paper, guys. Yeah, don't I wouldn't try with printer paper. That does not sound like a good time. That model requires better paper than printer paper. Unfortunately, I don't think I've ever seen a good Ancient Dragon folded from printer paper. I say that hesitantly because I'm actually thinking I might have seen one good one out of printer paper, but I believe it was multiple sheets of printer paper put together to make a larger printer paper, and that specific folder was also very good at folding other papers already, and so the printer paper was like not terribly much of a challenge, but it's not like it was their first time doing Ancient Dragon. Folded a good Bahamut out of printer paper. Oh, nice, but not Ancient Dragon. Yeah, the Ancient Dragon leg structure, because it's like smack in the middle of the paper, just isn't really built for printer paper. Not folding one in each hand, one simultaneously. I mean, I could try, but we'd be here for a long time and probably wouldn't see any like good progress, you know. I could maybe like work on two, like one hand each. We can try that. So like maybe I can try pre-creasing this grid. I mean, I can even do like just one finger from the other hand as I fold this one. So like this one, I just need to mount and fold here to get ready for the collapse. And then I can use like, while I'm using that dexterity, I can get the crease started from here. And then now I can start to pre-crease this as I do this valley fold here. And I think it's supposed to be right there. And then that gets us set up for everything else, in which now I can complete this crease. And this is like utter chaos, but it's kind of fun, right? This is like 2009 standard. Okay, yeah, 2009 standards, not 2024 standards. That is valid. I'm gonna do a quick drop just so I can line that one up and then check that this is correct. I'll use both hands to spread this out. Now I can use one hand to start collapsing the corner while the other hand works to line up the next paper, which I'm kind of cheating and using the, all right, there you go, there you go. Let's see. So here, and then collapse this. Okay, see, you would not be able to do this if you collapse with a parachute style, right? Yeah, so this is an advantage of non-parachute box pleat collapse. The sequential box pleat collapse allows you to fold it with one hand. Ayo. Okay. Crazy how origami is developed. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, these types of standards really didn't exist back then. Or even if they did, it was like in such a smaller amount of the community that it probably wouldn't matter. But now we have Origami Dan, where 3,000 people will judge your fold. Kind of, not actually, but like, you know, it's a little different now for sure. Also, the like access to paper and all the resources make things a lot different. Can Tom Holland do a square twist? Yo, I don't think so. That's a good question. Probably not. Probably not. Speaking of square twist, I was showing square twist. Right, here's a square twist. A little practice square twist. Well, that one's kind of bad, but like ignore that. This is good. The square twist. That's actually for the square twist samurai. So yeah, I'm working on the tutorial. You know, just slowly, but right. It's the square twist on the arm flap or the shoulder. It's happening. Here's the sword test fold. Right, I was showing that as well. Look at that. See. It's how to get the handguard. I think only around 250 people do stuff in Darren. People come and go. Yeah, there's not as, yeah, that's like in any community. Even like my channel, right? If you look at it, sure, I have 20,000 subscribers, but like there's only like 1,000 active for every video on average. You know, it's some more or less. But I think at least with these live streams is a good example on like who the active members are, and each live stream average gets like around 1,000 views within the first week. So that's about as many people probably are watching, or are more active, I should say. And then like the other thousands are either people who don't use YouTube much anymore, or they found me from like a YouTube short or some tutorial, and they just subscribed for that and don't really do much else. But yeah, it'd be like that. Oh, just your folding. That's just that's funny. A for effort. Yeah, sure. A for effort. Okay, so here we can do this. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some water. I've been yapping a whole lot, and I only have my coffee next to me. So I'm gonna be right back. You guys hang tight. We're gonna keep working on this, and then I think this one should be dry soon too. But more so, let's check if this screen works. Does this work? This kind of works. This background screen is weird. Okay, there you go. All right, I'll be right back. Sit tight, guys. Won't leave you too long. All right. Hello, everyone. I am back. Hopefully, I didn't lose people. What's up? What's up? I also got myself my other batch of methylcellulose that I had forgot I made. So, in case we run out here, we got a whole fresh batch, which I will eventually use this to refill my shampoo bottle. But we are good to go over here. All right, we're back. Oh, what's up, Reza? Probably less. Legends back. Hey, thank you. What's up? All right. Did my thing freeze? No. Okay, we're good. Let me check this. I think. Yeah. Okay. It's not fully dry, but it's like stable enough to work with. And then the legs are dry enough. We didn't put much in the legs, so we can shape that. I think I can very quickly, like, here, we'll finish off this set of the grid. And then finish the collapse, because we're almost done. And there's kind of a fun part in that collapse. And we'll be good to go. Is the Google account that is attached to your channel the same you use to watch YouTube? I use a different one. I run... It's like the same email, but you can have brand accounts. So this is like a brand account. And then I have a... what's this paper you have for dinner tomorrow? Oh, what's up? I am hyped for dinner tomorrow. That's so funny. I was like, who is that? I know who that is. What paper is it? The paper is from... It's Zhuan paper. Sorry, I just half answered like 3 different questions. Let me go back a little bit. This paper is Zhuan paper. It's a Chinese rice paper. It's not really rice. It's mulberry, but it's used for calligraphy. I got it from AliExpress for $2 for a gigantic roll. Very cheap. What's the second question? Second question was Google account. Oh yeah, no. So for YouTube people, YouTube information, you have your personal YouTube account. If you want to do a channel, I recommend you make a brand account. The brand account, they can all have the same monetization, like bank account once you get there. So if you have like a AdSense, you'd make an AdSense account through Google now. Once you hit YouTube partner, then like between the brand accounts, I think you can just use the same one because it's tied to the same email, as long as the channel itself is good for monetization. But if you just want to like watch your own YouTube stuff, keep it private, comment privately, just use your other YouTube account that's attached to the same email. So it doesn't get too messy. Occasionally I'll watch stuff on this channel as well, but it's like a little bit more strategic. So like other streamers for their YouTube channels, I'll comment with this account. Or if it's like some other YouTuber and I'm trying to make like a comment to be, you know, a little, just to get seen, whether it's like an art thing or something like that, just so people can recognize the name, then I'll comment on this account as well. How to make a brand account? I think you just make a new YouTube account with the same email. And as long as it's not your, like it's not the same name, I think it turns it into a brand account. But you can, there's YouTube tutorials for that. I did that so long ago, I don't really remember. So take whatever I say with a grain of salt, because I could be wrong. It was a long time ago that I made this account. I think 2014. So, is that older than some of you, maybe, if you're 9 years old? Yeah, it's been a while. Jared, I realized I joined on this Washington account instead of my channel account. This is the one you have the membership on, so it shows up at least. But that works. Yeah, like if I'm watching a live stream, for sure I'll use this account. So when my chat pops up, it's going to be my origami account, not my personal account. Like my personal account, all the videos, it's like all the cooking videos I watch, or the tricking videos. So that's like not really origami related. But anything art related or like game related or anything like that, I'll use this one for. But like, I don't think I need to collab with any cooking YouTube people, so like that doesn't really matter. I'll be right back. I'll try to make. Okay, cool. I was born in 2014. Okay, so I think you need to be age 13 to make a brand account. Maybe just be careful if you're a little too young, or at least have your parents help you. I think legally you have to say that, or terms of service. Gotta respect the terms of service. Cool, nice. There is Toro magazine page about voice. Taro. Is it the Taro magazine, Demjaren? If it's the Taro magazine, I think it's accurate because I interviewed for that one, I believe. Is that the one you were talking about? Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, those were some people I knew in Arizona. And I think that magazine article kind of details some of like the beginning phases, or like much earlier, at least in my origami journey. And then I interviewed right around the time when origami was starting to monetize a little bit. So that was kind of a cool period of time. I think that's when I had the TikTok partnership. Not to mention how often they update. Yeah, YouTube changes a lot. So like my 10-year-old knowledge is probably not the same in terms of like how to make it. I haven't made a new account obviously in like ages. So probably since this account, I think. I have a third account that was for like the parkour and flip stuff back in the day, but that one was even older than this. So yeah, it was like way long ago. Boys X cooking channel best class. You know what's funny though is I am actually featuring I think quite a lot more food in the convention vlog than I have previously. Just because like food's awesome, right? Can't deny that. So it's not impossible that there would be a Boyce cooking collab in the future, but I think I would definitely have to branch out into not just origami as a content creator. But who knows? Maybe that'll happen. Like I make an origami food item or something like that, and then some YouTube chef has me on to taste test something. Like maybe there's like maybe I make the dough crane, and they bake it. Something real generic that they can spin into a good video. Who knows? Food is like the only vids I watch on YouTube. I know, it's so good, right? Unless when you're hungry. When you're hungry, it's really bad. But otherwise, I love watching food videos. You guys watch Guga Foods? Guga Cooks? Guga Foods? The A5 Wagyu guy that cooks all the steak. And then he has got another channel called like Sous Vide Only, and he sous vides everything. That guy. Oh, I'd be down to collab with him just to taste the stuff he makes, because man, it looks so good. Like, if maybe that's smart. Maybe I should collaborate with these food YouTubers just so I can like eat the stuff they make. That's a strategy right there. Like, who cares about views? I just want to like have them cook for me and get to try something that's like better than, like a Michelin star restaurant would give you. I watched a lot of Guga a bit ago, but then his vids got kind of annoying. Yeah, that is the tough thing for food YouTubers, right? Like, and also same. I haven't watched Guga in a while, so I think it's hard. Like once you have all the best Wagyus and you dry age everything, you do run out of content. So I think his channel, it's hit a little bit of a wall where it's a little bit hard to find new content. How long have I been doing origami for? I've been doing origami for complex stuff. I've been doing it for around 10 years, 9 or 10 years, a little bit less than 10. But folding itself, I've done since I was very young. So like 18 years, something like that. But I was not good for most of those years. Amber, hello. Thanks for joining the stream. Welcome. Origami dishes to eat with or from? True. Oh, origami dishes would be cool. Like, maybe I just fold like a very ornate, Toboko Fusei box and we eat A5 Wagyu out of it. I don't know. That'd be cool, right? Make the box out of gold leaf. Call it like that'd be pretty clickbait though. Like most expensive box to have the most expensive steak. I don't know. That'd be interesting, right? But it might be kind of cringe as well. Where can you go after coating an A5 Wagyu steak in hot Cheeto crumbs and deep fried? Yeah, that's true, By the way, Jared, near us, Wajimaya in Beaverton, I saw they were selling A5 Wagyu, and the price was not bad. I think it was like $100 a pound, but like you can buy half a pound, which is more than plenty for tasting, for $50. So, I don't know. Just putting it out there. It's very tempting. Yeah. Is my origami your video game? Is origami my video game? Not really. I play a lot of other video games and I fold origami from those video games, like characters from those games. Origami is just like my biggest passion, I guess. So like games are like for fun. Origami, I do it because it's fun, but also because it's like what I pour creativity into and what I want to like keep developing. Like it's almost like a growth of myself a little bit. So it's a little bit more than just like how I would enjoy a video game, if that makes sense. But good question. That ramen place next door to Uwajimai is good. Oh, that is true. Yeah, I went there with Yuki a bit ago. Great stuff. Real nice. And good pricing as well. They got like the black garlic oil. It's good stuff. People in chat, I know we're talking about food a lot. I'm sorry for making you hungry. What's your favorite ramen? Do you like shoyu ramen? Do you like shio ramen? Do you like spicy broth? Pork bone? Tonkatsu? Do you like the curry ramens? Or milk ramens? What? Let's find out. Boys free food arc. That'd be great, that'd be awesome, man, honestly. You can never say no to free food, right? Unless if it's like really bad, but even if it's really bad, it's free. So like free food. If it's edible. I can't say anything. I've never had ramen before. All right, well, hey, you're gonna have to try ramen. Oh, also, you can kind of count instant ramens like Migo Ring. Yo, that stuff is amazing. It's not like, I consider that ramen, Maybe not Japanese ramen, but it's instant ramen. And Migo Ring is 15 cents, so. Ooh, Deho likes miso broth. That's a good one. All right, for those of you who have not had ramen, look forward to the day where you can try it. I'll say that. It's not like the ultimate food, I would say, or like the ultimate noodle soup, but if you haven't had it, you should definitely try it. On basic tonkatsu, hey, you can't go wrong with tonkatsu. It's real good, you know, like that pork bone's been brewing for hours and days or whatever. You can real tell that it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I do prefer it if it is spicy though. So like if I get a tonkatsu, it's either like a spicy broth with it, spicy tonkatsu, or like a or the black garlic oil. Something about that, man, just makes it good. I say yes to freshly caught salmon. What's up, Michael? Dude. That's absolute yes, for sure. Most ramen is some meat broth, and I'm allergic to meat. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm trying to think. Well, okay, shio broth, that's like a salt broth, but I think they still use, yeah, maybe like some type of beef broth or something like that, or meat broth. So yeah, maybe no ramen, but there's definitely other soups out there that use like a vegetable stock, or like, I don't know if you can do bone stocks. Bone stocks are really good. But that is a little unfortunate. But there's also plenty of like different vegetable stocks that are super good. So hopefully, you know, you can just have one of those with some noodles. It's good stuff. It was freshly caught when I bought it. Full stock on my freezer. Oh. All right, Jared. Looks like Jared is going to be watching some food YouTube to see how to make that salmon. Jared, there's this guy named Dude Can Cook. And I think he's got a pretty easy, pretty solid salmon recipe you can go for. It's like crispy skin salmon. That's good stuff. Michael, it's basically the version I made. So pretty good. Okay, we're gonna try to get this leg like more in pose for what we want. And so I'm just kind of back coating this with MC. So it's not like the full leg is going to be completely locked in with shaping, but we're going to get a pretty good idea of how to set it. And I want this joint to be where it is bending at. Salmon, you caught yourself. Valid. That one definitely does taste the best. Speaking from experience, eh? Absolutely true. I'm going to watch the best organ. Okay, perfect. Amber, I hope you enjoy that. That's a good tutorial and a good one to start folding from. And then after that, you can go up to the intermediate humans, which is like the alone model. All right, so now we just have like the hip, and there's not that much to do here. So the MC is definitely going to help out with holding it, but I need to find a way to like actually hold it in place. See you, Amber. Enjoy watching that video. Oh, I guess tomorrow is the weekend. All right, so once again, our reference photo is this. This is the one we're going for right now. So what I've already started is like, obviously one of the legs, but also the head is going to be tilting like this because we're tucking. The hip is going to be like this. And our legs are like here. And then our arms, these arms are actually a lot easier to pose. They're more so getting ready to grab the knees. So you need to grab your knees or grab your leg. Maybe not knees. It's better to grab like below your knee when you do a backflip. You can also do under the legs, but in this case, we're going to go on top of like the shins, like right here. So he's like prepped like this. So like for the camera, I'm trying to hold it all in place at once. A little hard. Like that. Something like that. So we actually, we don't have to do a whole lot for these thighs actually. I'm gonna just put some MC in between that joint and let it dry there, and it's gonna add some rigidity. And we can go a little bit heavier with the MC we put here, just because we're pretty set on what's happening. Raza and Mika, hello, hello. Thanks for joining the stream. The best origami human video is your most viewed long form video. I think so. Maybe now. It wasn't before. Is it now? What is it at? That is definitely a YouTube title W, and it was the long game because it didn't have many videos. It didn't have many views before, but yeah, I think you're right. I think it's like it consistently gets views is the thing. For the past like whatever years it's been around. Yeah, so it had like 5,000 views in the past month or past 2 months. So we're at 86,000 views. I think that is, unless if the like the intro samurai video might have more, maybe not. Two-headed dragons at 30K. Yeah. Bunny girls at 24. Paper videos at 17. Samurai is at 17. And then the first one's at 41. Okay, so yeah, you're right. It used to be the let me see, does the crease pattern videos have more? Maybe like in total the crease pattern videos do, but not a single one individually. Okay. Origami Samurai Part 1 is 55,000. Yeah, wow. That's crazy. Phoenix is at 16. Look at that. Best origami human. It is my best video. What's up, Origami Kid? Did you figure out how to make your brand account? Okay, so we have this, and I can actually, I'm gonna add some methylcellulose into the body to add some rigidity as well, because we don't really have to shape much of this. We're just gonna curve it in later to kind of, make it look less boxy. But we're doing pretty good. The stream is so peaceful. I'm glad. I always try to have it exciting and maybe a little chaotic in the beginning, but generally over the course of folding, it's a little bit more chill, so everyone else can kind of chill too. And if you're folding along or listening later, the VOD, it's like soothing origami yapping, nothing too crazy, no yelling. I was thinking, like, what if I rebrand and just become a really loud content creator? And I thought about it and I was like, that's not really me. Like, I don't think it wouldn't translate very well. But I can definitely pull off the more soothing, peaceful, calm and collected. What's that meme right now? There's like a mindful and demure, whatever that means. Right? Maybe I'm being mindful. Demure. I don't even know what demure means. I assume it's something like calm, just like way more fancy sounding than it needs to be. It's the brain rot. Yo, what's good? Hello. How are you doing, Stab? Hope you're enjoying your day. Welcome to the stream. We're explaining that it's a nice, peaceful origami stream right now. I came from another stream and the guy was just raging and yelling the whole time. Oh, man. See, like, sometimes it's like being loud, it's funny, right? The louder you are, the funnier you are. Like, that's like the trope. But it gets really annoying over time. I think it is a little bit better as a content creator to be really loud, though. Like, you naturally will get more views, but because people are like, oh, what's he mad about? And like they feel empathy faster, I think, if they sense rage or something like that. But like, again, that's not really me. I don't really want to do that. So we're not going to do that. And if I ever become a really yelly, loud content creator, you can roast me for sure, because I will definitely deserve it. But maybe it will bring in more origami folders, but whether it does or not, it will absolutely be cringe. So yeah. I think you're thinking of stoic. Oh, demure is modest. Interesting. It's not a very like modest word for modest, I guess. Seems kind of flashy. But yeah, stoic is kind of that was what I was describing earlier. Probably. Okay, so this isn't really gonna stay. I think we're gonna have it here for now, let it dry, and we'll just like slowly get it closer and closer to what we want it to be. I think next what I can do is actually work on the angle of the head. So when you do a backflip, you don't want to throw your head back. Like, you don't want to do that. That like kills your flip. Because you then like cut the highest point you can reach with your center of gravity. So when you're jumping, you actually want to like be looking either straight the entire time as long as possible and kind of have your chin tucked. It also lets you like be tighter when you're actually doing the flip. So like this is the posture. And so I'm going to shape his chest like a little bit in. And I can use these layers. Like, do you see how it's open in the back? So that gives me that flexibility. And we just need to freeze it with our methyl cellulose like that. Irrelevant paper planes. Your folds are so beautiful. I'm better at planes, but not very good at anything else. That's all good. I am not very good at planes, but I'm good at other things. So that's kind of fun with origami, right? We have our strengths and we have like the things that we really like to do. And at its core, I think origami should be fun. So, if you're having fun, you're doing the right thing. It's okay if you're not the best at everything. I certainly am not the best at everything. And there's no need to be the best at everything, which is really nice. It's not as stressful. I think, like if you think about some sports, they talk about basketball, right? Like, oh, LeBron James is super well-rounded. He can pass, he can blah, blah, blah. He can shoot. Like there's a lot of times in other activities, there might be that requirement where it's like, you can't just focus on one thing or focus on what you want to do or what you enjoy about it. You kind of have to be well-rounded. At origami, you don't really have to be well-rounded. You can just pick one type of origami you like and only do that type of origami you like. I mean, even you can see like the split, right? Like people who do complex figurative origami, representational origami, might not like kusudama. They might not ever do kusudama, or they might do like one, like Jared. That's one cool kusudama. And that's all you need to do, or like me, I in particular design origami humans. I could design other things, but I like to design origami humans, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? That's great. That's a nice thing about origami. I mean, of course it's fun. Like if it's fun, do other things. But if it's not fun, no reason to do it. Complex origami models. Hello. Welcome in. How are you doing? It seems exhausting to keep up all that pseudo energy. Yeah, I think that we were talking about like the yelly streamers. Yeah, I know. I could not do that. That'd be crazy. I agree. Yeah. Like, why are you talking about me? Like, maybe one day I'd be interested in designing one Kusudama as well. Just something like weird. It had to be like, I don't know, maybe like it's like a fish on a molecule, and then it's like a Kusudama where there's just a bunch of fish sticking out on top of it. Like that'd be cool, right? But like it had to be something like that, and then I might try to design it. Like I technically have like 1 or 2 tessellations I've designed. I haven't folded it fully. I've got it collapsed, but and then I have geometric trunk that I've designed, the shuriken trunk. So it's definitely like way out there in terms of what I would normally fold and design, but it's like just for fun. That's like I only did it because it was fun. I didn't have to do it for any other reason. Complex origami models. Hey, can I ask a question? Yes, you can ask any question, and then if it's origami related, I will answer it. If it's not origami related, I may or may not answer it. We shall see. But yeah, no, I'm just goofing. Of course you can ask. Relevant Planes says, I love planes because most of them fly, and there's a lot of juicy physics and aeronautics that satisfy my nerd brain that I constantly... Yeah, that is valid. You know, that was my fascination when I started making paper planes when I was younger too, was the fact that like the different wings or whatever you do to it, like there's that concept of lift. And, you know, at the time I had not taken like any physics courses or math courses yet, but like the concept of flight was just so interesting, right? Yeah. So there's, I mean, I think as humans, we can't fly naturally. So we're interested in things that can fly, right? It's like, yeah, it's the things we can't do that we're interested in type thing. So yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Deho Lee says, I'm a hot boss. See you next stream. Hey, thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. And yeah, I think it'll be sometime next week. I'm not too sure what it will be yet, but hopefully by then we'll have the convention video done. And then I'll think of something interesting for us to do. Or to watch, you know. Whether it's me folding, I don't know. Sometimes I think folding streams, like they're very relaxing, but they're not as interesting. But it doesn't always have to be that way. Sometimes this is nice. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll do something like a little bit more interactive if there's like a fold along we can do or something like that. Complex Origami says, I accidentally deleted my Discord and I want to join Origami Darren. Complex Origami Models, are you the one that made a bunch of alts and had to delete them and then wanted to join the Discord again, but you got in trouble? Is that you? So if that's you, then you should just wait so you don't get banned from the Discord server. Hershey gotta go. Hey, thank you, Hershey, for tuning in. Also, shout out Hershey, improving origami photography. Excellent stuff. Yeah, that's you. Okay. Wait, man. Just wait. I only learned what Discord looks like 1 month ago. Yeah, you got to be age 13 or older, and you have to abide by the rules of the Discord server to join. It's very important. For 1 month. Oh, it's 1 in the morning. Hey, it is late. I am 16. Well, you broke some rule. So, like, you gotta chill, my man. Kind of gotta own the mistake and, like, it's okay. But, don't try to avoid the punishment. Quick question. Can you treat paper using PVA glue? Yes, you can. I would probably dilute it with water a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to stick to the surface that you are treating it on. But I have a friend named Paper Forger, and he used to treat all his paper with just PVA. And he's a very, very talented folder. If you've seen his work, you would know. He's done, crazy, crazy stuff. PVA, no methyl cellulose. So yeah, it definitely works. It's a little bit harder than maybe what methyl cellulose would do, just because you have that risk of like accidentally gluing your paper to the surface and ruining it. But definitely possible. Definitely an option. I think I'm allergic to sleep because I tend to stay up late. Hey, me too, man. But you should get sleep. And I think you said you were born in 2014. So you should definitely sleep while you're young. Very important. If you want to be able to do backflips like me, you should sleep. Stay healthy, right? I am not a good example of that, though. I stay up way too late. So I totally get it. But my advice to those younger than me is don't walk in my shoes. Get some sleep, get some rest if you can. You should always be thankful for the nights you can sleep, because there will be nights where you will not be able to sleep. Sometimes, whether it's like work or school, you have to study. So whenever you can sleep, you should be very thankful for it, and don't waste the opportunity. Life lessons from Boyce. As I fold this knee joint. I think the paper is a little too soft. I should have waited for it to dry a little bit. So I'm not going to complete it yet. I'm going to fold in some of the calf. So kind of have part of the knee folded. And then we'll wait for this to dry and start working on the other one. Yeah, my sleep schedule is it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. It's not good. I second the sleep suggestions. Yeah, I mean, if you hear from anyone who's been on a terrible sleep schedule for years, they'll probably advise you to have a good sleep schedule. We're all like, yeah, we know, we are very aware that we are the example of what you should not do, because it's not good. Yeah. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's true. That was my motto in college, and that was not a very good motto. Oh, man. Don't call me out at 1:16 a.m. Valid. Yeah, all the East Coasters in here are like, hey, yo, I'm just trying to watch an origami stream. That's funny. That's so funny. I mean, see, I say all that and I'm like, yo, 1 a.m.'s not that late. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey, it's the weekend though, right? It's Saturday, so maybe you can sleep it. That is like a little bit of copium. Maybe maybe not the best way to think of it, but Raz and Vika, another quick question. What kind of good paper do you recommend for people on a budget? Double tissue. That's the most budget paper in the world internationally. Right? Accessible in almost any country. Very cheap, often. Crepe paper is what it's called in some countries. Literally like cents per sheet in local currency. So very, very cheap. You can, again, the PVA water works with that. You can treat it on a window. It works on a glass window. So if you have glass, which is also not too uncommon. If you don't have glass, you can use plastic. The plastic is probably better if you use PVA and you don't have MC. But even in most countries, you can use carboxyl methylcellulose, which is a stronger, like methylcellulose. It's just harder to use because it's a little bit more finicky. But it's very good, very great for budget. And if you live somewhere else and you can buy this stuff, again, you only get 35 centimeter sheets basically, or this is 13-inch. This largest square I could cut from this. 13 inches. Yeah, this is like around 35 centimeters. I think maybe a little bit smaller. $2, $2 for a roll of 35 centimeters by 1,000 centimeters, I think. So I get 10 sheets. I think it's more, actually. I think I've gotten more than 10 sheets of this, for sure. Oh, way more. It might be 35 centimeters by 2,000 centimeters because I cut 10 squares out for my origami say class, and then I have 7 right here, and I still have more. So yeah, super budget, right? $2 for that whole roll is crazy. So if you can find exports from China of this paper that's really cheap, hey, that works too. But this one you have to treat, definitely. I've tried folding it untreated during my origami say class. It was a little, it worked, but it was not great. So, yeah. This stream's making me sleepy. That's good. You should go sleep. If you're tired, you should definitely sleep. And Seisharon says, hey, good morning. Let's see. If it's 10, yeah, you might be somewhere around India or in the Middle East area, perhaps maybe Eastern Europe if you're waking up in this morning. Hello. What's it called? Crepe paper in some other countries. In other countries, it's called tissue paper. So double tissue. If you hear double tissue, that's also crepe paper, double crepe paper. I think a crepe paper, they call it that in the Philippines and maybe in India and Thailand. I'm not sure. But I've seen it called crepe paper in the Philippines for sure. Okay, this one's coming along. It's kind of unfolded itself. It needs to be more like that. And then this one, I got the methylcellulose in there, but now we need something to hold it in place like this. So this part needs to be open like that. So that looks like it's starting to tuck. So I think if I shove like one of these in here while it dries, it's going to be good. I just need something to hold in place while it does that. So let's grab some stuff. I've been like yapping too much. I love that word. It's such a good word. Yapping. To describe like talking too much about like random subjects or something like that. I don't know if that's the exact definition, but there's some like words that all the kids use that just work really well. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, we're going to hope that these layers, once the memory solidifies from the methylcellulose, it'll just hold in place like this. I'm also realizing if I just have something hold it like this and let the weight of the body drag it down as it dries, that might work as well. So I think we're just going to get this area coated with methylcellulose. And then I'm going to use a clamp like this on the neck. And then I'm going to attach a wire and I'm going to hang it from like my camera holder. Drink some water. Okay, thank you, Demjin. Did you redeem a hydrate? You did. Thank you. I need it. My throat. I don't know if you can hear it. my throat needs that hydration. Okay, let me thread the wire through here, hang it up, and then I'm going to drink that water. Okay, so now okay. So now it's getting that like tilt. This is a bad sitting posture, by the way. That's like the hunched over, right? But it's great for doing a backflip. All right, let's get some water. What about broke people like me? I think in my skill issue quiz, it might, I at least it used to, I think, have a part on it that says like study in school to get a job and then save up money to buy tissue paper. It's a little tone deaf, I know, but like at the same time, sometimes you gotta live first. You know, origami is secondary. So, and then you can save up money for that. 12:22 in my place, so it's theoretically evening in here. Oh, I see. Sleep is when your brain cells work on your memory. So if one wants to lock in something you've learned or studying, let your brain have time to sleep. Hey, valid. Here, you heard it from Spot right there. Get enough sleep. If you want to get better at origami, right? You learn all this stuff from listening to my stream and then just go sleep. Lock it in. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a life. I haven't gone inside in 32 days. Good thing school started. Well, in the bright side, hey, sometimes you need that like recovery, right? I know for me, I stayed in a lot when I didn't have school, just because like that much social interaction is a lot, and depending on what type of person you are, you might not like be able to take all at once. So, yeah. It's good you got some rest, and now you can go back to school and kill it. Okay, so this is the next one. So the one that's hanging is this one, and the next one is like this. So he's upside down. But basically, it's in the full flip, like motion, and I think I can actually fold this part of the chest all the way down because we're gonna need more of our back to be flexible. It's gonna be like this, and then the arms are gonna be a little bit tricky here because we have to get them around the legs like this. So the joint is gonna have to twist a little bit, but we can do that like once we open up the arms and tweak the shoulders a little bit. It's just like the shoulders right now are a little stiff because it's in place. But that's a tight, super tight flip. And then the legs or the toes are fine like this. Don't call me out like that. Hey, I feel you though. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a Friday night. I'm in my 20s. And I'm like sitting in my room folding paper. So I'm not doing much better. I just kidding. Hey, we're doing okay. All of us, we're doing just fine. I'm cooked. All good, man. There is always hope. No, school's tough, dude. I'm trying to think. When I was in high school, I like had moved schools from the school I'd gone to the rest of my life. I'm trying to remember what I did to make friends. I can't remember. I just know that like I think I tried to like slowly befriend people that I was like sitting next to in classes. And I'm pretty sure it was like a very slow process to do that. It was like 2 weeks to just like be able to sit at the same table at lunch. Later on though, in high school, when I was trying to teach myself how to do flips and stuff, I would like go off to like empty hallways to practice either flips or like I was also learning how to break dance. So I'd practice different moves, but it was like really embarrassing because I wasn't good. So I didn't want anyone to see me or anyone to be around. But it's definitely like the loner vibes. And then eventually there like the last like towards the end of high school I was super social. Maybe the most social I'd ever been in my life. And it was like complete opposite. But in the beginning it was like nothing. But like I was kind of okay with it too. It was just like I think I just accepted it. Boyce lore. Yeah, Boyce lore. This is pre origami by Boyce as well. Because I did like a little bit of origami, but not anything like this. Like it was in those more social times of my life that I actually had discovered Tadashi Mori's YouTube channel, and then like had started the channel of on my own. Because yeah, definitely like the loner voice, like the super loner voice, would not want to talk to people through a video. You know, it was like after I had learned parkour and after I had started getting into more complex origami that I was like different to socially, at least. Because now I had an interest of like, I want people to watch my video, you know? Yeah, you'll find your people. Yeah, that's it too. Like I think by that point I was friends with other artists, like people in my art classes, and that's why I was like more social because then we all started to like try things together. Like the people in the art classes wanted to do or they did rock climbing, and so then I got into rock climbing because of them, and we would rock climb. Sometimes we try to leave school early to go to the rock climbing gym. And we all had like memberships, and one of the friends worked there, so like we could just get in. You'll find your people, you know. Obviously, there were no origami folders. That just doesn't happen yet. It's very rare to find other origami people in your school, probably. But like other things in life, other hobbies, whether it's like music. Or maybe you play an instrument or you like to sing. You'll find your people. This is like a podcast. Nice. Yeah, little calming, random topics. Just like like talking points with Boyce as I have like a hanging origami dude and working on another one. It's kind of fun. I think also what was closer to a podcast though was the speed design. That one, that was really like a podcast because we had like the 3 commentators and then we were all discussing like different parts of origami, talking with the competitors, kind of doing some analysis. That was a lot of fun. So if you haven't seen that yet, you should really check that out. I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. Many hobbies are more related than one thinks. Skill sets train. That's true. That's very true. So yeah, as long as you're like doing something that you enjoy, you'll probably find people to share that thing eventually, you know. I think about, you know, as long as you're not doing nothing. But nothing would maybe be like scrolling through YouTube reels and that's it. Like at least play a video game. That's more productive. Read a book, you know, watch a TV show. Any of those is probably more productive. Watch a live stream. That's even more productive than doing nothing. But yeah, no. Sometimes it's hard to, or it's like too easy to get lost in short form content as well. As a short form creator, I must say, the entire point of short form videos is to get people locked in to watching it. But stare at a wall for 30 minutes a day. Okay, what you could do, you can stare at that wall 30 minutes a day while doing push-ups. I think when I was starting to learn to breakdance, one of the things I was critically missing was the strength to do the moves. So a lot of times I would like, and I didn't really have a phone to like watch a ton of YouTube yet. I was like, I'd have to watch it on a computer like downstairs or something like that. So at night times when I didn't have anything to do, and like maybe I'd done all my homework, is I would just stretch. And I think I had an iPod so I could listen to music. And so I'd stretch. I know back in the day, the iPod/iPhones can only do music. Crazy, right? Only music. No apps, no internet. But yeah, I'd just like stretch, and then I'd have like a push-up routine and then some other body weight workouts that I'd learned. And for some reason, which actually I'm kind of glad, because I don't really do this anymore, and I probably should. But yeah, I would just like work out in my room at night. I get like really sweaty, which is probably not great, because then I had to shower before I sleep. But yeah, I just like do random arm stretches, random squats, one-legged squats. In breakdancing, you have to do freezes, so you have to it's like yoga poses basically, and headstands. Like I have a really strong neck now because I did all those headstands. I would try to hold like standing on my head for like 2 minutes, crazy stuff. So I basically wasn't really doing anything, but it's still productive in a way. And if you really find yourself like not able to be productive, a lot of times if you can get yourself into an environment where you wish you could do nothing. So maybe you're so busy that doing nothing seems like a luxury to you. That is a good way to get yourself to be productive, or to either enjoy doing nothing or like to, kickstart productivity. Because yeah, if it's like just you shift your mentality just a little bit. I was talking about this before in another live stream. Is like someone asked about motivation. I think that's what the topic was, and it's like, oh, how do you have motivation for things? It's like if you put yourself in an environment where you like just don't have the time, or you're like unable to fold origami, you can very quickly find out that you want to fold origami and get yourself to make something. You just got to like really commit once you start having that feeling, and hopefully get yourself out of that environment where you can't. But like a lot of times it could be like, oh, I have a test, I need to study for the exam. And then right after that exam's over, you might be really tired, but if you convinced yourself you really wanted to fold something, you'll probably fold it. It just has to surpass your fatigue, which, if you don't sleep anyways, you can overcome fatigue. No, but you guys can do it. You guys can do it. Who's teaching us life lessons now? Okay, so we actually have decent progress on this one. This one also needs to dry a little bit. And since the other one needs to dry, now I can complete the grid and then collapse the third one. So let's go ahead and do that. I can just keep, I don't know, sharing life lessons. I guess that's what this is. Yeah, with that skill, you could learn different types of meditation. That reminds me, actually, there was this one time, which I don't know why I wanted to do this, but I wanted to learn how to sleep sitting up. Which now it's actually a very handy skill because I can sleep a lot easier in airplanes and cars. And I know a lot of people in my age that it's very hard to do that, and it makes traveling a bit more stressful. But because I somehow taught myself younger to sleep sitting up, I can sleep in cars and airplanes very consistently. So staring at a wall for 30 minutes, actually, it can become a practical skill with meditation. That's very true. That's very true. Voice was also biased. Listen, okay, I think I missed something. Many hobbies. Okay, I mean, I'm biased. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I did enjoy, or I had some hobbies I was biased towards. Best hobbies. Had a phone since I was 1 year old. That's crazy, man. Stay safe, guys. Those screens can be dangerous to your productivity, so be careful. Tread lightly. Voice's new video: how to not be socially cooked and gain motivation. Yeah, maybe I should rename this live stream as that. It's like part 2 is voice life lessons on not that's funny. Oh, I see. The bias part was talked about last stream's speed battle. That's true. That is true. My mom gave it to me to learn how to read. I guess, okay, so I guess that's a productive use of screens, but like, let's see, you're 10 on YouTube. Be careful, man, be careful. But if you can use it to learn, so like, make sure you use it to learn and not to entertain yourself. I think that's like the balance. If you can have a healthy relationship with a phone, in where you're learning and not consuming, that's what you got. I mean, even me, right? I'm in my 20s. I have to be very conscious to make sure I'm not consuming on my phone and that I am learning or using it as a tool, like for sharing origami, right? That's a totally fine use of cell phone. One tip I have for you guys, which very helpful. For phones, you can make, or at least iPhones, you can have different key combos to like do certain things. And with newer iPhones, I think old iPhones too, you can, like, I have a triple click on this button and it turns my phone gray. And if I do that during the daytime, I don't get as distracted from my phone. Because if I'm looking at like origami, for example, or like this thing, the grayscale helps your brain not get too distracted. So this really helps when I'm trying to like edit videos, or if I'm at my job or something like that, or doing something that I have to get done. It helps like keep the phone to the side, you know what I mean? And then obviously, like, I need to check the colors of the photo I took. You can just triple click it back on. But having like at least one easy boundary that's very accessible, it helps a ton. And you know, I often forget to do this grayscale thing, but still, whenever I do remember it, it's great. Tips and tricks with voice. I learned that from a friend using the grayscale iPhone. Works wonders. Second fold. What's up, Steve? How's it going, man? We were doing some like productivity discussion, life lesson type stuff. How to be careful not to use a screen time and stuff as entertainment or consumption, but use it as learning, that kind of thing. But I'm also like folding origami too, so like it's good. It's good. We're chilling. It's a very chill live stream today. I'm gonna try to fold that. Or I'm going to try that. Interesting feature. Yeah, it's super helpful. Super, super helpful. Steve, if you missed it, but basically I was saying like something that helps me to not be distracted by my phone during the day is I enabled this triple click to turn my phone gray. That helps not distract me while I'm like working or trying to focus on like editing a video, doing something productive, or just be out of the habit of looking at my phone. I think for young people, especially, like if we're eating a meal, we might be looking at our phones a lot too. But if we're eating like with people, you probably shouldn't be on your phone, right? If you're eating with a friend. So you turn it grayscale during your meal. It helps. The voice going back to 1946. True. Get that black and white, man. Jaden Jones, hello. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. We are working on the third fold of the day of this model. The other two are drying, like one's right here. The other one's off to the side here. And then this is the third, this is the fourth over here. But actually, I'm finishing up the 7 that I need to fold of these guys. So there's 7 in total. I folded 3, so I'm doing the remaining 4. A little confusing. Did you know Androids may be better? Yeah, I used to do Android programming, so I made apps for Android. It's okay. I mean, it's all right. It's honestly personal preference. Like I said, maybe though. Like that's a good way to place it. It's maybe better. I would say it's better for some people if they like it more. Better for others if they don't like it, or not good for others if they don't like it. I find that Apple has pretty reliable phone security generally. Prevents some more viruses potentially, depending on the app store or whatever. And then also I like their user interface. And I know with Android you can like have whatever user interface you like, but sometimes not having options can be a good thing. It just standardizes, makes things efficient. And Apple generally does a good job at doing that. Even if they're a little bit behind in terms of technology or features, their developers are very consistent. There's a lot of problems with Apple as well, but at least for now, I enjoy it. And I've worked around many of the issues as well on my own, like having my own file share server so I can transfer files. Yeah, but not for everyone. You love your Android. Nice. I do have an Android phone that I have, again, for making apps. And I also used it as backup for a while. But I've stopped using it because I don't have time to use 2 phones. It's too much. Do you like actual apples? I do like actual apples. Really like apples. I like apple pie. Anything apple cinnamon is really good. Apple sodas, apple juice. I think it's a very amazing fruit. It's all about what one needs in a device. That's true. Also for me, I think I've used my phone a lot for filming, and I have to say, I know the Samsung Galaxy 20 or whatever it is has the insane megapixel camera, but the iPhone software behind their camera does a really good job. And you'll find a lot of videos from people who are YouTubers that prefer the Apple camera in terms of use over the Android camera, especially in low light scenarios and high contrast. And so, if you're not making YouTube videos, maybe that doesn't concern you. But as a YouTuber, the iPhone camera is very nice. I've had this one phone for 6 years. Nice. Very nice. Back in the day, phones were probably like your phone is probably honestly built better than newer phones, so it's good to stick with that low key. I think I pre-placed this on the wrong side. Let's see. 2, 4. Are you peeking? Wait, what? That's what I have. Am I peeking? What am I peeking at? Oh, you like through the screen? Am I calling you out with your phone? Did I predict your phone? The Samsung? Hey, it's a cool camera still. It's just the Apple one, for what I need it for, it's a little bit better. It's like the I don't know if any of you all are into like DSLR cameras or mirrorless cameras, but there's like the debate for filming. Like, are Sony cameras better than the Canon or Nikon for photos? Like, a lot of people like their Canon DSLRs, but the Sony cameras generally have better color quality, or their color profile that you can edit from works better in more scenarios. It's a little bit cleaner. So it's but again, in the end, it's kind of up to taste. It's like, what do you want to do? Do you like editing from the Sony profile or from the Canon profile? Do you want to use Sony because you don't have to do as much editing? Do you like Canon because you get like easier camera to use, so you get better footage since it's easy to use? The Sony cameras are known to have like really bad menus. So like even my camera that I'm filming right here, like you have to learn, like watch a tutorial to understand where all the features are. So like some people just don't like that. But hey, this camera, I can just plug it in with a USB-C cord and it streams 4K video, records 4K super easily. You can, I can do 10-bit color. Right? So it all depends. It's all subjective. I want a Sony, but I bought my Canon in 2012 and I already never use it. Oh no. Team Nikon. Yeah, see? So people have different tastes. I think Brian Chan, he's got a Sony, but he 3D printed himself an adapter for a Nikon lens. It's like you could play both teams too, you know what I mean? Like some people have iPhones and they jailbreak it to run an Android image or something like that, or like people have fake iOS for their Android phones. So yeah, it's totally up to what works for you. Okay, I think I'm going to collapse this base, and then we're gonna call it a day. I know I said 4. We only got the 3. But it's getting a little bit late. We're already in 2.5 hours. And I still need to work on editing the convention video a little bit. So I'm gonna get to that. I've also kind of been working like all day. I'm gonna take a little break too. Before I sleep tonight, which I'll probably sleep around 4 or 5 a.m. So basically, I'll have plenty of time to take a little break and then edit the video for a few hours. And but I will say, for people who are here, you probably weren't here at the beginning of the stream. You should watch the beginning of the stream again, for fun. And then also, big announcement on Instagram tomorrow at like 10 a.m. PST. Not really an announcement, but it's a post. It's actually crazy. Like, not even trying to bait or anything. I know you will all enjoy it a lot. Sorry, I lost where the folder was supposed to go. It's supposed to be here. Yeah, it's actually crazy. So stay tuned. It'll be on my Instagram. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Before I sleep tonight. That's tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying that like this is like the middle of my afternoon, I guess, like 11 p.m. So I still have 6 hours in my day. Sounds good to me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, see, Jared understands. See? Jared gets it. Jared, you probably won't be awake when the post goes out on my Instagram. But when you wake up, you should check it out. This has been cooking for a couple months now, actually, in terms of like full process. So very exciting, very exciting. Pretty good camera, no matter what. You have to learn something. Yeah, no, that's true. And it's like, even if you have a really good camera, you also have like, it's always about the user, not about the tool, right? So, and I'm always on this side whenever I talk about gear or cameras or anything like for making videos or photos. It's more so about, do you know how to use it, versus like, what do you have? So in all those other like photography discussions, I'm always on the side of like, you don't need no fancy camera, no fancy like editing thing or setup. If you understand the fundamentals, you can use what you have around you to achieve at least, you know, like 80% of the effect. And you just get better and better at it, and it's a skill, not like a something you're gatekeeped from because of gear. Obviously the gear can help, but you need the skill first. Some really cool videos to watch is like pro uses iPhone versus like a pro using an iPhone versus a noob using a $50,000 camera, right? So it's like it's always the pro makes the crazy video, and the other person, they don't know how to use the $50,000 camera, even though it's like it's a good camera, it's industry level. They don't know how to use it, and that's that. Whereas the professional often started using, not the $50,000 gear, so they know what they need to do to compensate for now using like an iPhone. Like it's really, I don't know. If, to me, it like inspires me, or at least especially back in the day before I had any fancy camera or anything like that. I was just trying to use whatever I could, and it's like, okay, if I can teach it to myself and not have to rely on like these crazy expensive camera gears, like that, I want to hear that, and I want to see that proven, and to me that's encouraging. I don't know, but like stuff like that got me excited to make YouTube videos and stuff. And even now, like, I'm not the greatest editor, I'm not the smartest video idea maker, but if I can learn to if I can learn from watching these videos to make mine better, it still might not be the best, but I love the fact that I can learn and do it. A good example is like my recent video about the Firefly fold, like the editing on that. Like, I've been studying video editing for a long time, and then like finally it kind of clicked more on applying what I had been studying into an actual video. And I think it turned out really good. Like, seeing growth like that, even if it takes some time, very rewarding. Very, very rewarding. We're back to life lesson mode again, aren't we? Inspiration by voice. How about that? I think I'm a very positive person. That might work pretty well. Inspiration by voice. It's PM for me. Ooh. 9:53. Okay. It is 10:57 for me. So I'm an hour ahead of Jaden. Okay, we're almost done collapsing this. Will you announce on YouTube after you announce on Instagram? If I remember to post it on YouTube. But it'll be like in the community page, I think. Because the thing I'm talking about works better as like an Instagram post, is what you'll see. So YouTube doesn't really have that posting, but you'll see it on the... Yeah, if I remember, I'll put it on the community post. Yeah, I need to learn video editing. 10:57. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just like one of those things where you actually have to like do it. But sometimes that's the hard part. It's just to find the mental space to like sit down and do it. But once you do, you're chilling. And generally you can find a mental space to do it once you want to do it enough. I sacrificed sleep. Same. Don't recommend to do that, but that's also a method you could do. Because sacrificing sleep gives you more time. Is what we like to tell ourselves, right? Doesn't always end up like that, but I'd like to think it would work like that. Sometimes it does. What paper for this model? This is a Zhuan paper, so it's a Chinese calligraphy paper that I got from AliExpress for $2 for a gigantic roll. So this is one of the cheapest papers I have, and then I treated it with methyl cellulose. So it's actually very good, especially for its price. No worries, I'll find out eventually. I just don't have much social media. Yeah, I mean, also like, I don't always recommend people to like worry about content creation, or like, honestly, social media should be for you. Like, even for me, my Instagram started as just like a gallery so that I could post it somewhere and not have to worry about it saved on my phone. Because like the iPhones back in the day had like what, 4 gigs of storage, or like 2 gigs of storage. It's like being able to post it somewhere and then delete the photo. Very valuable. And then I found an interest in using social media as a tool, but using it as a tool instead of like, you know, an entertainment or a personal thing or a social network. It's very, very different. So trying to use it for business is very different, and it's not for everyone. All the YouTube stuff I do, right? I make it entertaining, but it's like, you really, if you get to the point where you have to think of it as a business, like it's very different. It's very strategic, and some people will like it, some people won't. Like trying to figure out the algorithms, you might hear people like blame algorithms a ton, but it's more of a skill. It's like, sure, there is luck based in it, but if you don't use the skill, like you're at a 0% chance to be lucky, right? So you need to like already be the skill to get lucky at the same time. And that type of thing is not for everyone, for sure. And that's totally fine. It's often very stressful, actually. But with the right person who really thinks that's fun, then that's a content creator. Is paper like that good for insect origami? No. This is actually kind of thick, so it would be very bad for insect origami. You're better off using just tissue paper. So yeah, this like it, you can even see like this is only an 18 grit, and it's getting thick. So you don't want to use this for insects. It's very good for humans, because human origami generally you want some thicker paper so that it's more round, right? There's more dimension. But for insects, you want it really thin. All right, we have collapsed the third, and this is like, I think technically 5 out of 7. Wait, is that right? Yeah, I think this is 5 out of 7. So this one will be this one, which actually can be shaped pretty much the same as the last one. It's just going to be presented differently. So this should be easy to shape once we know how this one turns out. And then this one, and ignore that there's like some blemish here. Actually, this one is really sad. The corner got ripped. So I'm going to see if I can hide that. I think I can hide it in the hand. But this will be this one, and then I've already done the last one. So good progress today. Within 2.5 hours, we're doing pretty good. I'm gonna take this down and show you guys, and then the last bit of stream, I'll just do some quick announcements, some plans for the future, and of course a little update on whatever tutorials like the samurai tutorial, in case those of you missed it. But this one's looking good. I think this part is gonna stay like we wanted it to. I'm gonna actually leave it hanging probably for the rest of the night. So it'll really solidify in the morning, and then I'll be able to shape it out pretty easily. But other than that, thank you everybody for coming. That is the main content of today's stream, the folding. I think we got to talk quite a lot of random stuff, honestly. Always great seeing everyone. Next week, stream is going to be on a different day. I think it's going to be on Thursday or Wednesday. Because I'll be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But then after that, again, we're a little bit on a normal schedule. There's going to be the Origami Say Convention vlog coming out as soon as possible. Literally as soon as I finish posting it or editing it, it'll be done. I have the origami collection video. I've hired a guy to edit it. It's taken him a month to edit it because it's a lot of footage. So hopefully it turns out good. That should come afterwards. And then I'm prepping for TwitchCon. There's going to be a new origami design for that. There's going to be this, which will hopefully be done by then too. And that'll be a YouTube short as well as some other photos, stuff like that. There might be a few YouTube shorts in between, stuff like just fun, entertaining videos. And then finally, Square Twist Samurai tutorial. That'll be late September, early October. Get ready for that one. That's going to be really cool. It's going to be really hard. So if you don't know how to make your own paper yet, learn. You have a month and a half to learn how to make paper for the Square Twist Samurai. It's not that hard. Learn to make double tissue. Tutorials on my channel. Once again, thank you everybody. Have a wonderful night. Get some good rest. Great seeing you guys. Demjan, Jaden, Impartial Effort. How reasonable is treating one of those calligraphy papers with tissue for color change? That would work. It'd probably give good color change because it's thick. I should try that actually. Spot, thank you for tuning in. Steve, Jared, have a wonderful night. Thank you everybody so much. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah. I don't know how to end streams. All right. Bye-bye.